Thank you. Please stand for the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. All right. Before we begin, I did want to take a moment to introduce some of the other members of the board. I'm Corey Stewart, Chairman of the Board of Supervisors, and I wanted to introduce representing the Neabsco District, Supervisor John Jenkins, and an Army veteran, I might add. And representing the Potomac District, Miss Maureen Cadigan. And representing the Brentsville District, Miss Janine Lawson. And representing the Occoquan District, Miss Ruth Anderson, and also a veteran, Air Force veteran. And of course, and you all know our County Executive, Mr. Chris Martino. Armed Forces Day was first observed in 1950, following the creation of the Department of Defense in 1949, which put all of the branches of the armed forces, the Air Force, the Army, the Coast Guard, the Marine Corps, and the Navy, under one department. The purpose of creating the Armed Forces Day was to establish a single day for citizens to come together and thank our military members for their patriotic service. And that is why we gather here each year. We gather to show our gratitude and our appreciation to those Prince William County residents, all men and women, who serve in our military. We gather to show our support as a community to these patriots and their families. We gather to honor and remember the brave men and women from Prince William County who have made the ultimate sacrifice for the freedoms we enjoy each and every day. We recognize and sacrifice by placing the names of those Prince William County residents who died while deployed in combat on the War Memorial. There are now 124 names etched in this granite memorial. Each one of these names represents a hero who died while serving their country, a hero who left behind those who protect us. Today, we add a new name on the wall as we honor Senior Chief Petty Officer Scott Cooper Dayton, who was 42 years old when he was killed on Thanksgiving Day, November 24th, 2016, while deployed in Syria. Scott was a native of Woodbridge, a 1992 graduate of Potomac Senior High School, and a 23-year veteran of the United States Navy, where he served as a member of an elite Navy Special Operations community known as the Explosive Ordnance Disposal. Scott was highly regarded by his peers, deploying multiple times in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom. He earned 19 awards during his years in service. These prestigious awards include the Joint Service Commendation Medal, the Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal, 7 Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medals, Combat Action Ribbon, Navy Unit Commendation, Navy E Ribbon, Good Conduct Medal, National Defense Service Medal, Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal, 2 Iraqi Campaign Medals, and Sea Service Deployment Ribbon, including 2 Bronze Stars for Valor, the Purple Heart Medal, and 2 Medals of Commendation. Scott left behind his wife, Kristen, and his 2 children, his daughter, Haley, and his son, Cole. Some of Scott's friends are here with us today, and at this time, I would like to invite one of Scott's closest friends, Andrew Wanpat, to come up to say a few words. Andrew?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for attending. It's kind of hard. First, I want to say thank you to the board members and everybody for inviting Kristen and her family to be part of this. Scott and I have grown up since elementary school together over in Woodbridge. We went to Featherstone Elementary School, on to Ripon Middle School, and then to Potomac Senior High School. Some of you here today have either gone to those schools or have come up with Scott and I, and we have a lot of his friends and family here. So I just want to make this short and sweet. Scott meant a lot to a lot of us, and this is a small little wave token. Anything I can do for Scott, I would absolutely do it for him. And everything the chairman said recently of Scott with all his heroics, absolutely true. But like all the names put on this board, Scott was a brother among us. He was a warrior for us, and he was a hero to all of us. And with that, I thank again for this time and appreciation for recognizing Scott and his contributions to this country and for the Navy. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. And at this time, I would like, please, ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause to Andrew and to all of those veterans out here who have served our country. Thank you, Andrew. While we are sad to add Scott's name to the memorial, we are honored to be able to acknowledge his incredible service and his commitment to our country. So today we honor Senior Chief Petty Officer Scott Dayton and all of those whose names line this granite wall, and we remember the men and the women around the world who still serve our nation. At this time, we hope and pray that all Prince William County residents, and indeed all of our armed forces serving throughout the world, will stay safe and soon come home to their families and loved ones. May we honor our many veterans and those in the armed forces, not just on this day, but every day. We will always remember, so we may never forget. At this time, I'd like to invite the board to come forward as we place the wreath in front of the memorial.
We'll go this way, John.
Yeah, okay.
Please stand for God Bless America by Miss Jennifer Decker.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America,
Thank you all for coming today. Have a great day today, and we appreciate your attendance here to remember all those who have fallen and all those who still serve our community and our nation. Thank you.